Welcome to Core Concepts from Dent Gaming. Let's see this build. Hey everybody, what's up? Got another build for you. This is Lancelot. And Lancelot, over the time that I've had him, has just had so many different iterations. So basically, as soon as I unlocked the Laser Lance, I had a Lancelot build. And he has been anywhere from a heavy, medium weight, all the way down to bare bones, you know, 1400 attitude stability total, lightweight, and then everywhere in between. It's been a really long journey with this AC, but I feel like I've finally cracked code on this one and gotten it a little bit more where it should be. So make no mistake, even though this thing is only 59,500 units in weight, it packs an enormous punch, and it's because of the generator and the arm pairing that I have going on here. Let's go ahead and dig into this. So we are rocking dual coquelettes, which are, in my opinion, some of the best stagger building pistols in the game. Sure, the Ducket's wonderful, and the Ducket's got that extra round in the magazine, but it doesn't have nearly the fire rate that the coquelettes does. It's just awesome. So basically, you can fire 2 rounds with the coquelettes in almost the same amount of time you can fire 1 round with the Ducket. So you could dual wield Duckets on this thing and really hammer the point home, and you'd be nicking up on your boost speeds and QB speeds if you did so, but I still say the coquelet is the better way to go, just because of that rapid fire. That rapid fire is incredible. Moving on the back right, I am running the Warger shotgun, and the Warger shotgun is an absolute menace on the battlefield if you can get its charge attack to work. Now, not only does it have a great attack power and impact just with normal fire, but this charge attack here, 1820, and it charges in 0.4 seconds with an ideal range of 130. That means if you're in 130 and you're on target, its charge attack is going to hit. There's a regular shot, and then there is this death spike of doom right there. Just an absolute mollywop of a hit. And it's good up to about 130, which is kind of nuts. And not to mention, if they're not staggered and you catch them with a charge attack, 950 charge impact. Wowzers, golly gee willikers, that's a big number. Moving on to the main event here. This is the Laser Lance. I don't think it's any secret that this is my favorite melee weapon, and I designed this AC to optimize this weapon. I freaking love it. Ever since I've had this weapon, I've had this build. Like, it's nuts. As soon as I unlock the Laser Lance, I'm like, well, I'm gonna need a guy who uses that and uses it a lot. Maybe I should call him Lancelot, because he'll lance a lot. And that is exactly what I did. Probably 20, 30, maybe even 40 different iterations of this AC to kind of narrow it down a little bit as to how I want it to play. And I think I've got it just about there now, so I'm willing to share it with you guys. Anyway, so you've got 2 modes of attack on this lance. So you can either, you know, poke them in the belly, or you can charge it up and absolutely drill a hole through their soul. That is the 2 modes that this thing has. You can tickle the little belly button, or you can absolutely drill a hole through their spine. One of the 2, it's up to you. But if you do, 2381 attack power, not to mention charge impact of 1870, and that's a very, very important when we get to the battle strategy. So keep this number here in mind when we get to the battle strategy. All right, which we are here. So the main battle strategy is you build stagger with the coquelettes. You do not have to get them to full stagger. Why? Basically, you just spray with these and hope you get really close to a stagger with them, and then you swap to these 2 weapons. Following me? You can fire 2 to 3, actually 4 shots with the Warger in case they're kind of evading you a little bit. And then once you get them where you want them, you charge attack this thing. That will almost guarantee a stagger. If it doesn't get a stagger, I don't know, something went wrong. I don't know. The game glitch. Get the stagger with this, with the charge attack, while you're hitting them with this, because it will chain together when you're hitting them with this. Charge the Warger shotgun. As soon as this is done, you let go of that charged Warger and absolutely nail them with that Spike o' Doom. Yes, as I like to call it, the Death Spike of Doom. Anyway, moving on to the frame. This is what's probably changed the most over time because, like I said earlier, it started out as like a heavy medium weight, and then my friends learned I can just run away from it. So I made it lighter, and then my friends are like, well, I can still run away from it. So, you know, I made it lighter. And then they're like, well, I'll just hammer it until it leaves me alone and get it to stagger. So I upped its stability a little bit. And it just over and over and over. It's a really fun AC to play, but if someone knows the strategy, you're going to have a bad time, unfortunately. But anyway, moving into the frame, I am rocking the Shade Eye because it's got a really low EN load, a nice lighter weight, a good attitude. This is just one of my favorite lightweight head parts in the game. The only thing you can really knock this head part for, honestly, is maybe your standby time for your scan is 9 seconds. I honestly don't use scan a whole lot, and with this AC, I hope you guys don't either, because you're supposed to be on your target like glue. So anyway, moving on to the core. Mind Alpha. I used to use this core all the time, and it's because there's only one thing that I don't like about it, and it is right here, the booster efficiency. So yes, this thing is not the greatest quick booster. ENQB consumption is 630, which is a little bit on the high side, but it's not the worst I've ever seen. I've seen some pretty bad EN consumptions for boosting. But it does do a lot of things that I need it to do. For instance, the generator I'm running here, not the most potent thing, but it does squeeze a supply efficiency of 3K out of that crappy generator. There's a reason why I'm using the generator. I'll get to it here in just a moment. But yeah. Other than that, amazing stats everywhere else other than right here. And maybe right here. Weight's a little, it makes him a little chonky. I am in the 350 range, which is still kind of like a heavier light. Maybe a light heavy. Like it's in that range. It's kind of the medium speed level. And then with my QB, I'm at 365. But there is a way around that to get even faster speed out of this AC. All right, moving on to the arms. I'm rocking the VP46D. I've said this before and I'll say it again. These arms are kind of a mystery to me. They're not good in this upper section. There's nothing really good or redeeming about these, especially the AP. The AP is trash, but everywhere from here down, they're pretty good on the spec sheet. So load limit's not bad. Good recoil, great firearm specialization, great melee specialization, lightweight, low EN. And sometimes, though, I do feel like these arms don't quite live up to their specs. I feel like the firearm specialization is a little glitchy here and there, but other than that, these arms are pretty solid. Like, if you don't need them for AP and defense, they're pretty well performing, and they are aesthetically pleasing. I like these little upward spikes. It's very reminiscent of the old 9-ball back in the older games. I really do like that little addition of the little spike there. I think that's cool. Anyway, I am running Fair Misa legs. For the longest time, he was using the Albas because they had a better EN load and a better stability. But I threw that out the window. I'm like, you know what? I need him to be fast, so he's gonna be fast. And I decided to just throw the Fair Misas on there and call it a day. Inner parts, I am running the Flugels. This is the way around the boosters that I was talking about just a little bit earlier. We've got this wonderful melee attack thrust of 13K. And let me tell you, with a super lightweight frame like it is, 13,000 units of boost is incredibly fast. So, yeah, that is how I justify being okay with having that larger QB energy consumption. Because if you're not QBing and you're just beaming at your enemy and absolutely applying a bunch of pressure with that lance, you can absolutely devastate. No problems, no questions asked. Not to mention, if you do need the QB, it's actually pretty sizable. Moving on to the FCS, I'm running the Ocellus. I don't think there's any explanation there needed. It's the best close range FCS there is in the game. Generator, yes, I was talking some mad crap about this generator. It is a trash generator. There is one really redeeming, maybe two really redeeming qualities about this generator, and they are this. I don't know the terminology. Energy firearm spec 150. That's the biggest in the game, and that's about a 25% damage boost to energy weapons, like the Warger is. So anyway, the EN cap on this is actually not bad at 3,300. So that's kind of nice. The rest of these stats are mid to garbage. Like I'm using it just for those two stats alone. So, assault armor. Yes. I should have pulse armor, now that I'm thinking about it. Yep, we're going to do that. We're going to swap pulse armor. That makes a lot more sense. Okay. Anyway, yeah, because I am a little bit... Let me go back into it. I am a little bit squishy. Where it counts, I'm not. But, you know, just in case. You know, why not? All right, that is the build and battle strategy. Let me show you guys what this thing can do. Come here, Freud.
Main system activating combat mode.
Wee! Yeehaw! Well, suck that in. Oh! No. Oh. Uh-oh. Yowza. Alright guys, that was Lancelot. Gonna go ahead and upload him now just for you. Here is his share ID. It is B19URA2MUK5X. If you like him, take him. He's all yours. I had an absolute blast using this big giant robot to blow stuff up. Please like and subscribe. Thank you and goodbye.